Ladies and gentlemen, in association with NEC, Bill Morty's Classic Promotions presents the principal contest, an international bout scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds between, from the red corner, scaling 55.1 kilograms, wearing white trunks with red, green and white pipings, from Mexico City, Mexico, former WBC and Mexican bantamweight champion, 1980 Olympic representative, passing panorama of glove combustion, Daniel Zaragoza. And his opponent, occupying the blue corner, scaling 55.7 kilograms, from Marrickville, Sydney, Australia, wearing white trunks with red band and pipings, undefeated International Boxing Federation bantamweight champion of the world, bona fide credit to fistic legend Jeff Fenech. Exerting meticulous respect to propriety is referee, former welterweight champion of Australia, Paul Moore. Ringside judges, John Wright, Laurie Flanders, Tony Rock.
I've played both camps before, all right? Now, you're both wearing guards. I want you to punch with the knuckle part of the glove and keep your punches to the front part of the body. Would you tell him that? Okay, no, a good clean fight. Okay, go shake hands.
And the Mexican Daniel Zaragoza receiving the referee's instructions there through his interpreter Roberto. And we're ready for the start of this 10-round contest, 10 3-minute rounds. Weight limit 120 pounds. Fenech in the white shorts with the red stripes. 21 years of age, Zaragoza 28. He's got the green, predominantly green stripe on his shorts. He's a southpaw, Zaragoza from Mexico.
I think with both men being experienced as they are, George, I think they'll feel each other out for the first 2 rounds and then get down to serious work.
Well, Fenech said that he hoped that the referee, Paul Moore, would allow him to box more, to punch out more than Rudy Battle did in the fight that he had against Jerome Coffey.
Well, sometimes it's very difficult to be able to allow that, especially if the referee thinks that there is foul punching or too much holding on.
Oh, Fenech scoring in the clinch there, and the referee did not separate them on that occasion. That's an interesting development there. Fenech scored with a couple of heavy punches, just missed with that right hand. Zaragoza was very quick to get out of the line of that one.
The right hand is going to be the thing that's going to dominate this fight for Jeff Fenech. He just got to keep throwing them. Southpaws tend to walk onto right-handers.
Fenech in centre ring, goes to the body.
The Mexican hasn't quite found his timing yet. Obviously, it's very early in the round yet. I like Jeff Fenech. I think Jeff Fenech comes into the ring from round 1 and is always ready to go to work, and that's very rare with fighters.
Well, Fenech dominating the centre ring, forcing Zaragoza to circle around the perimeter. Oh, very solid right hook to the body by Fenech. Zaragoza tries to fight back from the red corner. Oh, Fenech goes in with a beautiful short right hand. Zaragoza's in trouble in the early part of the fight. He knows he's got a stiff contest on his hands here now. Never seen Jeff Fenech fight before. Zaragoza went for the body but didn't connect.
I think it's fantastic what Jeff Fenech has created around the country, and all credit should go to ABC for picking up this young man and showing the country what a great fighter we have.
Look at the power of Fenech. Look at the power of him as he's got Zaragoza piled up in the neutral corner.
Come on, don't hold.
Early supremacy, the Jeff Fenech of Australia. Zaragoza going in with a wild swing there. He scores with a nice short left. But look at Fenech go to the body, blasting away with those punches. He's really hammering. He's putting a lot of weight into his blows. He means business, Joe.
He's hurting Zaragoza to the body. But Jeff has to keep his cool and realize that this man is no mug. He's won the world title.
Zaragoza's a slower puncher than Fenech. Fenech's punches are more crisp, Joe.
Certainly are. And,
well, look at that right. A crashing right from Fenech.
Again, we shall see the right hand domineering the southpaw, and I think Jeff Fenech has had some very good sparring.
Get trying, please. Don't hold. Saratoga, don't hold.
The referee, Paul Moore, asking Zaragoza not to hold. He's trying to ward off Fenech. Fenech shot him in the corner again, and the bell there prevents Fenech from inflicting more damage on Zaragoza in the first round. How did you score that one, Joe?
Well, Jeff Fenech definitely has won that round. I mean, the pressure that he put on this fella is quite incredible. And Zaragoza, for a former world champion, is not showing too much class in this first round.
10 points a round is the scoring procedure here to the winning boxer, and if it's a draw in a round, well, 10 points each.
And here you can see Jeff Fenech putting the pressure onto Zaragoza, and he's muscling him around, and I don't think the Mexican chap is too happy about that. Fenech is a very strong young man who's able to push around these fellas who are the same size as he is.
Yes, well, his confidence would be at tip-top level at the moment after that opening against Zaragoza, a man that he would have had some reason to fear on judging on Zaragoza's record.
That's right, he certainly should, because, I mean, Zaragoza is no mug. He's been with the best in the world, and he's also ex-world champion.
Round 2 of this 10-round contest. At the super bantamweight level, nice left hand by Fenech. Boxing with total confidence at the moment, Fenech. He's got a nice composed look. The man in trouble early was Zaragoza. Oh, it's another strong left by Fenech. Zaragoza goes to the body and is asked to keep the blow up. That was right on the breadline, Joe.
Certainly was, and unfortunately with Jeff moving back, his Zaragoza's hand just hit the belt, just below the belt, and this does happen.
Now in this round, it's Zaragoza who's taken the centre ring position, Joe.
It seems to me that both of these men are trying to tee off each other, you know, trying to see who can throw the biggest punch. And sometimes that can be devastating to the body, especially if one gets in.
Zaragoza has fired a couple into the body in this round. That left hand. Look at him, he goes underneath again with that left hand, Zaragoza, but it was a long-range shot which didn't quite reach. Look at Fenech measuring off his opponent, had him in the corner, let him escape.
Jeff Fenech is very crispy. I mean, he's throwing that 1-2 beautifully, and Zaragoza does tend to drop his left hand.
Oh, terrific left from Zaragoza. That was a terrific punch. Bruised the face of Fenech. It was a lovely punch. Oh, and he slaps him on the top of the head, Zaragoza. He's getting the range now, and he fires one through Fenech's guard. So for the first time in the fight, it's Zaragoza who's starting to make a little bit of the pace, but Fenech's after him. He didn't like what happened, Joe.
No, he didn't, but Jeff has to keep his cool here because he mustn't allow himself to get caught with punches that this man is throwing. Because he is very good, and he's also very clever, the Mexican. Jeff has to be the champion and dominate the fight with cool thinking.
Fenech decided to dance away for a time here in the second round.
Jeff is concentrating wonderfully, which is good.
Ooh, Zaragoza had him lined up. He scores to the body with that left rib, Zaragoza. It was a heavy punch. Oh, another heavy punch right to the body of Fenech, and then he scores with a nice left hook, Zaragoza. Oh, Fenech nearly puts him down in the blue corner. Scored with a beautiful, sharp left hand, and he followed it up with the right. Fenech punching very hard here in the red corner, but Zaragoza wards him off. Fenech with the white shorts and the red trim round the waist. That was a weak right hand from Zaragoza.
Zaragoza throws those looping right-handers and left hooks, and
I don't know, punch away up.
They're sometimes very deceiving. The power is behind him because he's thrown it from down to from his feet up to.
Oh, Fenech scores with a lumbering right. Had him on the ropes. Zaragoza backed away very quickly, and there's the bell for the end of the second round. And in that round, Zaragoza at times had the ascendancy.
Yes, I think both men again have teed each other up very well. I think this Zaragoza can take a very, very good punch. He looks very relaxed in the corner, as you can see. He's not breathing heavy. Here we are in slow motion. Jeff is teeing him up with that 1-2, 1-2. He's lost his balance. He didn't hit him at all. But Jeff is pushing him away from him. But Zaragoza wants to hold on, obviously, because he knows the danger. Here's Jeff relaxed. He's obviously not breathing. He's just wiping a bit of grease or hair away from his face.
Do you think Fenech escaped with an even round there?
I think it was a pretty even round there. He may have got the edge because of his crispness. Jeff looks very relaxed, which is very good to see.
Hit with a very strong right hand by Zaragoza.
Certainly was.
You think the fight pattern so far is what you expected to develop?
Yes, I believe that Daniel Zaragoza will be a very tough cookie. He takes a very good punch.
Round 3.
Both men are both eyeing each other up carefully, making
Fenech
sure they're not
comes
making
after his man. Oh, and Zaragoza punching strongly out of that clinch.
It's not clever. It's not clever when you've got 2 punches in there to do that.
Fenech is a bit quick. He gets out of the way sometimes. Zaragoza again lines him up with that solid left rip to the body, and there's another one.
Right,
That must have hurt
hold on a
Fenech.
second. Keep him up.
Yeah,
All right,
that was a low blow. Paul Moore is warning Zaragoza.
I really don't think, George, that it was a deliberate low blow. I think he's a body puncher himself, and sometimes, like I said, it does happen.
Well, look at that. Zaragoza went to the body and then up to the head. But Fenech is fighting back strongly, although Zaragoza means business as well. He's punching hard as well. They're trading very heavy punches at the moment, Joe.
I think it depends on who's going to connect the first punch. I think you're going to find, George, that the one who connects the first
look
big
at that
punch...
right from Fenech. Fenech goes for the head, scores brilliantly. Oh, brilliant punching by Fenech. He's got Zaragoza in trouble again. Oh, he goes after his man, Fenech, trying to put him down, but can't do so. Zaragoza escapes back to centre ring.
Fenech mustn't burn too much energy in this early stage of the fight, because this man can take a good shot.
We're halfway through the 3rd round. Fenech beats Zaragoza to the punch. Zaragoza scores with a nice looping right. Goes for the body with that left. Again, it was a bit low. And again, he gets the warning from Paul Moore. That's the 2nd time. Fenech comes after him, but Zaragoza's a hard puncher, and he's hitting back hard. Oh, look at that left hand. He was aiming the uppercut there, and it missed Fenech.
Good punches by both men, very powerful, solid punches.
Zaragoza goes to the body. They're very heavy punches, Joe. That one scored.
Good right hand by Jeff Fenech. Very good right hand. The Mexican is fighting back just as hard. But Jeff, I think, has thrown far more punches than the Mexican guy.
Nice left hand by Fenech. Flicking it out, that left hand, but Zaragoza comes back at him. And Zaragoza's changed his tactics, I believe, since the fight. He's now starting to throw heavy punches off like that. Look at Fenech go in the blue corner.
Step back.
Zaragoza is trying to out-hit Fenech. Fenech was throwing the heavier punches early in the fight.
Jeff Fenech mustn't lose his composure. He
Good left hand by Fenech. It was a beautiful left hand. Nice left rip in the clinch by Zaragoza, and there's the bell for the end of round 3.
Very good round indeed for Jeff Fenech. It was a very aggressive round by him, and I think the Mexican has realized that he's in with a very, very worthy opponent, and he has to do something very special to keep Jeff Fenech away from him, I can assure you. I mean, here he is, Jeff Fenech, throwing that right hand, and that is the punch that's going to dominate this fight, because the southpaw seemed to turn onto that right hand. You'll notice he drops his left hand, and Jeff comes over the top. Every time he throws a right hand, he catches him with it.
And every time he's had Zaragoza on the ropes, he's had him in trouble.
Yes, he has, and he looks again very cool, very relaxed. I think he's annoyed a little bit with some hair maybe up his nose or something. I think I'd have some annoyance up my nose as well if I was fighting this guy.
So after 3 rounds, Joe, what's the position?
I believe Jeff Fenech has won that round as well.
So all 3 rounds so far?
Yes, on pure aggression and also clean punching.
Round 4. Zaragoza forcing Fenech to the ropes.
I think you'll notice that a lot of the science has gone out of these two. They're just throwing some heavy punching, hoping that they'll knock each other out.
Oh, yes, that's what I said in the third round. They're both trying to throw the sledgehammer punch. Look at that one from Zaragoza. Landed on Fenech's shoulder, the left hand.
The determination on his look, on his face rather, is very intense on Zaragoza.
Gee, Fenech looks dangerous with that right hand. He wasn't able to get the last one through the defence of Zaragoza. Brilliant left by Zaragoza. He goes to the body as well. Scoring to the head and body, Zaragoza. Matching it with Fenech at this stage in the fourth round.
Jeff is very cool. He's settled himself down. He's picking up with the lovely left jabs, crispy. He's thrown a very good right hand there.
Zaragoza was off balance that time.
Jeff is showing his
warding
class.
him off that left, but Zaragoza got inside, forced him onto the ropes, but Fenech now reverses the trend and forces Zaragoza to back off. That landed on the gloves of Fenech. Fenech got through the defence, but missed the Mexican's head. Solid left hand from Zaragoza. You could hear that one a mile away, Joe.
Certainly did, and Zaragoza has come here from Mexico to prove himself, and I don't believe he's going to let the fans down here.
He's one of Fenech's right, gets through the Zaragoza's guard. It could be good night nurse. He's throwing the right hand very hard on occasion, but hasn't found the gap at the moment. Oh, look at that right from Fenech.
Zaragoza was very lucky that Fenech missed. That left jab of Fenech is like a...
Paul Moore warns him for the third time, and he says too low, Paul Moore says. 1 point off, so this will most definitely give the fourth round to Fenech.
1 point off.
Definitely.
He's taken 1 point off the Mexican, Daniel Zaragoza. The referee, Paul Moore, who's the non-scoring referee.
It would be a terrible shame if the fight would be halted on a low blow, because I don't honestly believe he's intentional with it.
Big right rip to the body by Fenech, and he nearly up and over the top that time. Fenech looks very composed. It's a Mexican who's being forced here to take the desperate measures in this fight at the moment.
Jeff is showing his true class now. He's putting his punches together well. He's hassling the Mexican very well.
Well, he's got him in his favourite position on the ropes. He comes after him again on the ropes. Zaragoza fought back strongly that time with a solid left hand and another one. Oh, good right cross by Zaragoza. Another good right cross. He scored with several punches in that flint. Zaragoza scores to the body with the left, Zaragoza. Another solid one to the body that was right on the borderline. The referee had a good look. Fenech's got him in the blue corner. Zaragoza gets one on the jaw. Another right cross on the jaw. Another right cross on the jaw from Fenech. And the bell goes for the end of the fourth round.
Excellent up till now. Zaragoza has come back on several occasions to show that he's not quitting. Jeff Fenech has won that round again, but I'm glad to see Zaragoza standing in there and mixing it with Fenech, because it's turning into one good fight.
Well, there was a third warning in this round for a low blow, and the referee, Paul Moore, deducted 1 point from the score for Zaragoza for the round. I wonder whether we can pick it up.
I think maybe it was a little bit harsh for him to do that, but there you go. I mean, he's the referee, he knows. And here is Zaragoza trying his heart out. Jeff, of course, very composed. He's put the pressure on. Here he's very relaxed, not even breathing hard, which is incredible because they've really been throwing hammer at each other. Johnny Lewis, very composed. Just give him a few little advice here and there. Just keep the pressure on Jeff. Jab, jab, right cross.
Well, this is a big night for Fenech because he's one fight away from establishing himself in the top of the WBC rankings.
That's right.
Round 5. Zaragoza comes out firing on all 4 cylinders. Or is it 6 cylinders, Joe?
Looks like a 6-cylinder to me.
Oh, he got a straight left from Fenech.
There seems to be a dislike towards each other, these two. They obviously have some kind of grudge going between them.
That built up during the week when Fenech ignored Zaragoza at a couple of functions. Look at those solid punches from Zaragoza. Fenech goes in with a left hook, but Zaragoza also swung back with a strong punch and comes in with a solid left hand.
Especially when you think that Zaragoza can't speak a word of English. I'm surprised at the grudge match that this has turned into. But the fans are loving it, and
yeah, 4,500 fans here tonight, I believe, Joe.
Yes, it's a very good house indeed, and I'm very happy for Bill Morley because he's really trying very hard to put boxing back into Australia.
Fenech backing off at the moment. Oops. Oh, and he puts Zaragoza down with a push. The referee
just wipe
the gloves of Zaragoza here. And the referee has not intruded a great deal. Paul Moore, solid left rip to the body by Zaragoza. That's his favourite punch. Oh, good left by Zaragoza to Fenech's head. Plenty of fight still left in the Mexican.
He seems to be very heavy-handed, the Mexican, so we know that if he throws one of those big lefts, that they're going to hurt Jeff.
Oh, good short left to the head by Fenech in that close battle. Solid body punches by Fenech, and he goes in hard. Oh, and the left hook missed. Fenech goes for that looping right, which misses, so Zaragoza still has got plenty of defence up his sleeve. He's still seeing the punches coming and getting out of the way. On quite a few occasions, not that time, but he's got a left hook to the body. Fenech again on the ropes here, trying to dominate Zaragoza, but look at Zaragoza fight back. Fenech scored with a good right. Fenech with a right again, the left. Zaragoza going for break with that left hand, but that was a mile off target.
I think Jeff...
Oh, Fenech with a beautiful left cross. And a right cross from Fenech. Fenech's going after his man now. Won't let him get away from the ropes, but he can't find the target at the moment. Oh, he got him with a left, and another left from Fenech scores. And Zaragoza hits him back with a good left.
What is good that Jeff is not allowing Zaragoza to settle down and throw those big punches. By making him go back, he's totally lost because he can't seem to put his punches together.
Round about 20 seconds to go in the fifth round. Zaragoza scores with a booming right, and another one. And every time that happens, Fenech comes straight back at him.
Good punches by Jeff Fenech. That right hand flush on the jaw.
That's it.
Round 5 completed here.
Oh, listen, this is a wonderful, wonderful match for the ABC. Again, they've done it, and I'm so proud to be working for ABC. I'll tell you something. I mean, Jeff Fenech has proved to Australia that he's going to be a worthy champion. And I'll tell you, the beautiful thing about the whole thing is, George, I get letters from places like Townsville, from a lovely person, Laurie Broggerman, who wrote me a letter, says, God, what a great fight you've put on. And I get letters from Chinchilla, from Bill Campbell. You know, they all write around and say, great fights. And it's a wonderful thing, a wonderful credit for Jeff Fenech to be able to do that. And
viewers all around Australia are seeing plenty of action here tonight from the Entertainment Centre in Perth.
Absolutely, and the beautiful thing is that there are people out there, even the sticks, who will cheer this young man on, even if they can't get close to him.
Now, what can this man do, Daniel Zaragoza, to ward off this man, Jeff Fenech?
I'm afraid there's not a great deal he can do, George. I think he's trying his heart out, but Jeff Fenech's got just too much. He's still firing on 6 cylinders.
Zaragoza knows he's behind. He wants to get on top of Fenech if he can. Oh, good left hand by Zaragoza.
I hope you're watching, Tony and Helen, because I think you're in for a great night of boxing down there in Melbourne.
Zaragoza scores to the head. Oh, another solid left from Zaragoza. He's hit Fenech several times with that punch. A good left hand by Fenech. But a counter from Zaragoza, and he counters again. Zaragoza. Oh, scores with a brilliant right, Zaragoza.
Very good punches. Jeff has to keep himself alert.
Well, he goes after him, Fenech now, forcing him onto the ropes, but Zaragoza still looks pretty strong.
Jeff seemed to have lost a little bit of composure there, and he allowed Zaragoza to settle down. And this is what I fear, that if Jeff allows him to settle, he will be in danger of those big punches.
Fenech flicking out that left hand, but look at that looping left from the southpaw Mexican Zaragoza, who scores with a left rip to the body. He's still capable of scoring down under and upstairs, Zaragoza.
Jeff has taken a couple of very solid punches from this Daniel Zaragoza.
Particularly in this round, round 6. He took some very heavy ones in the second round from Zaragoza. Ooh, that was way off target. Him right in the middle of the back, Zaragoza.
Yes, I think Jeff turned slightly, and the punch just sort of went around the back instead. That's what you call a haymaker.
Well, Zaragoza fights back to the ropes, but Fenech comes in and beats him in the rally. Oh, you better watch that left hand, Jeff Fenech, because Zaragoza can put it in hard to the body.
But Jeff came back with a wonderful combination, and that sort of made the Mexican back off.
Well, the Mexican has been through the mill, 31 professional fights. He's never been put down. He's only lost 3. Only 2 men have ever beaten him. He's won 28, and he's won 17 by knockout. But Fenech has won 11 by knockout. But against opposition possibly not as good as Zaragoza has met. So a great contest here.
And both men obviously are great punchers, because Fenech's got a very good knockout record, and so is Zaragoza.
Come on.
And Zaragoza takes a very, very good right hand. And I personally wouldn't like to be taking him, I can tell you.
Less than 30 seconds to go in round 6. Fenech with the left, Fenech with the right, but Zaragoza went to the body with a counter punch.
Away you go.
Is this the hardest fight Fenech's ever had?
He certainly has, and I believe that this Daniel Zaragoza will make him go 10 rounds unless he gets
That's it.
a very good clean combination on him.
Well, that's the end of round 6. And how do you score the fight at the moment, Joe?
Again, I believe the aggression and the clean punching goes to Fenech. Here's the young Mexican. Well, he's not all that young. He's 28 years old, but he's very seasoned. He's obviously been through the mill, but I believe that he will be there at the end. I think he's hurting a little bit in the ribs because Fenech has really been pounding him. That young lady, I don't know what she's doing there. There he goes. He seems to be very composed. Jeff, of course, he looks as though he's just coming from a little Sunday afternoon walk. So, oh, gee, it's a bit warm in here, isn't it?
He had more control of the fight in the early part than he's got at the moment, I feel.
Yes, he seemed to have lost a couple of seconds there in concentration, and of course the Mexican capitalized in on it. But I think Lewis is telling him now to pick his pace up a bit and keep himself alert.
Of a 10-round contest. We have Jeff Fenech in front. My co-commentator, former British and European heavyweight champion, Joe Bugner.
And Commonwealth, George.
And Commonwealth champion, Joe.
Thank you.
Twice the full distance with Muhammad Ali and once with Joe Frazier. That's not a bad background. Look at Zaragoza going with that slapping left, but it caught Fenech on the shoulder. Fenech jumps in, but the Mexican got out of the way. Gee, that was a quick pirouette by Zaragoza to get out of trouble.
Yes, he seems to go back.
Fenech scores with a great straight left to the head. Zaragoza goes booming in, but Fenech's defence is quite good. He's warding off with the shoulders or the glove. Fenech got a nice short left in there, and he gets another short left and another one into Zaragoza's face. Zaragoza fighting back hard, but Fenech's were the crisper punches and the more frequently landed. Look at that beautiful short right in the clinch by Fenech.
Very good indeed, and
Step back, don't hold.
Fenech has proven himself each fight that he has that he's capable of throwing punches that are
Righty, come on, a bit low again, all right?
very old-time expert stroke.
Paul Moore was saying that to Daniel Zaragoza. Keep him up. He lost a point earlier in the fight.
Wonderful combination by Jeff Fenech. Made the Mexican move off the ropes. Jeff has really got the power on him now, and
he loves getting him on the ropes, Joe, but he let him escape the last time. Look at that left to the side of the head by Fenech. Zaragoza now punching at will, trying to keep Fenech away. What a beautiful straight left to the head by Fenech. He's got Zaragoza barred up on the ropes.
sheer desperation is keeping the Mexican up.
In the blue corner, Jeff Fenech has got his man bowled up again. Whoa! Fenech easily winning the rally with lefts and rights. Terrific combination. Look at that right cross by Fenech.
Jeff Fenech could hold this fight if he just put more pressure on them. But the Mexican keeps finding energy from somewhere. He keeps throwing punches back, and of course the referee cannot stop a fight if the opponent is throwing back punches, even though he went through a bit of a hard time.
He's got a good system, Clint Zaragoza. Oh, and Fenech gets him back with a beautiful left lead. Fenech again with a beautiful right cross. Fenech with a beautiful left-right combination.
Fenech is
Fenech right on top at the moment. Can Zaragoza stay with him? That's the question now. In the 7th round. Coming up towards the end of the round, Zaragoza fights back. Oh, Fenech with the left hand in the neutral central corner.
Great fight.
Again with the left, Fenech. And that's the end of round 7. Well, you'd have to give that to Jeff Fenech.
Oh, without doubt, Jeff Fenech has really showed his class there. He totally demoralized Daniel Zaragoza. He just couldn't do anything. Look at Fenech. I mean, he just says, oh, well, that's another round. He says, I couldn't put him away this round. Here comes over the right-hander. He misses. He gets underneath. And he just tries to look what's going to happen. He's going to throw a left hook up, and there it goes. He's thinking again, what am I going to hit him with now? And then he comes over with another left hook, right-hander, which misses. Wonderful stuff. This is exactly what the fans have been asking for.
But a clear
Great
sign of
boxing.
dominance there.
Absolutely, and like I said, I'm glad I'm not in there.
Well, this
Look at
young
him.
man, he's only 21, and the man he's fighting, Daniel Zaragoza, is the former WBC World Bantamweight Champion. He only lost that title in August last year to Miguel Happy Laura.
Actually, sorry, George, I was just going to say it'll be a wonderful birthday present for Jeff because next month he's 22.
Here we go into round 8. Zaragoza possibly needs a miracle to win this fight now. But miracles can happen in boxing, Joe.
Believe it, I have been through it many times. When you think everything is lost, you pull out one punch and the man disappears. Zaragoza must be very, very fit because he certainly he's coming back with a lot of vim at times, and that is a sign of fitness.
Oh, look at that left hand. It put Fenech right back towards the ropes, but he bounced back into contention very quickly. Fenech with a right-left combination, 1-2-3 combination, another combination from Fenech. But Zaragoza comes back at him with a stiff left hand, although Fenech threw the most punches there. Zaragoza again scores with a right hand.
Good right
Fenech. But Fenech's defense is good, and he picks him off with a right and another right. Boy, that was flush on, Joe. That
Certainly
right hand
was.
from Fenech.
Jeff Fenech has certainly...
Oh, and Zaragoza hits him with the looping left hand.
I think both these men will know they've been in a fight after this because they have been going for hell for leather since round 1.
Well, this is a great experience for Fenech. He's probably well on top at the moment, but a great experience nevertheless. To go this far for this long with this man who's been through so much.
Especially with a big puncher who's, like we said earlier on, has fought some of the best fighters in the world. And there's no disgrace, only look...
Oh, he's hurt him, he's hurt him! Fenech hurt him with a body punch and swung him into the ropes. Fenech goes after him in the blue corner. Fenech looking for that final punch, scores with a right. But Zaragoza, he backs out of trouble, and he still looks raring to go, Zaragoza.
Certainly does.
Tough man from Mexico. But he's fighting a very classy 21-year-old Australian and world champion, IBF champion.
A determined young man who is going to prove to the world that he's going to win the other titles as well.
He's got Zaragoza in retreat at the moment. Zaragoza's going around the fringes of the ring.
I cannot see, George, anybody in the WBC or the WBL who could beat Jeff Fenech if he continues on this level of boxing.
Well, there you are. You're saying he can become the undisputed world bantamweight champion and emulate Lionel Rose.
That's right. If they give him the chance, he will.
The tempo of the fight has just slowed up a bit at the moment.
I'm not surprised after the punishment that each fighter has taken up till now, but Fenech, of course, looking as fresh as ever.
Oh, yeah, Fenech.
But they still took some big punches, both fellas.
They're less frequent from Zaragoza at the moment. Look at Fenech going with that right hand and right hand again from Fenech. Gee, they were solid punches.
Come on.
I cannot believe how Zaragoza is standing up. I mean, Jeff Fenech has hit him with everything but the kitchen sink. Zaragoza looks a bit tired at the moment in his corner. He's obviously been hurt with a couple of good body shots and combinations.
Two rounds to go.
He's not looking very well at all.
Another round of Fenech. Another round of Fenech, Joe.
Certainly is. I'm sorry, I was just thinking the way he's turning him around, even in the 8th round. Fenech is really on top, and you know, it's amazing when you're winning, you can always do some great moves. But he still has to be very careful because until the last round, this Zaragoza could be very dangerous.
Although Fenech's defense has been good. He's held his gloves up high and he's taken a lot of shots on the gloves and on the shoulder.
But he has been caught a few times.
4,500 people here at the Entertainment Centre tonight, which is quite a good crowd for Perth. Watch the place full of action as we go into round 9 of this 10-round contest. And Jeff Fenech let Zaragoza know he was there. Zaragoza comes in with some solid lefts and rights. Look at him go, but Fenech is equal to it. And he fights the Mexican off and forces him to retreat around the ropes, around the edge of the ring.
Zaragoza just finds that energy somewhere. It really is remarkable how fit he is. And I hope the fans appreciate this, because Fenech, like I said, has been pounding him from corner to corner, and he keeps coming back.
Yeah, Fenech's the man that's had the opponent on the ropes by far the most times in this contest.
Come on.
Possibly a ratio of about 10 to 1 occasions.
Absolutely, and I think he's won every round very convincingly. But the amazing thing is that the Zaragoza is still standing here in the 8th round, and
well, actually, it's the 9th round, Joe.
the excitement has got
on the ropes, yes.
Here's Fenech again.
In big trouble. If Fenech gets a clear shot at him, it could be
good
the final blow, yes. Oh, he got him with a solid right, Fenech. Fenech with a great right. Oh, he's in trouble. That hurt him. That was the punch that hurt him the most in the fight. Zaragoza in very big trouble.
A big right hand, a very short but very big right.
Oh, another one. Straight through the defence of Zaragoza. He's in the neutral corner, and Fenech right on top now. Oh, Fenech with another great right cross. Fenech's trying to land that right and pull it
good
down.
right hand.
Look at that left-right combination from Fenech. Again he goes with the left-right. Zaragoza slips, I think. Let's see on the ruling from referee Paul Moore.
Yes, he slipped on some water in the corner.
Box on.
Oh, he's down. He's down.
No, I think he thumbed him accidentally. Jeff accidentally thumbed him. I think it'll be, no, it wasn't a punch.
All right. Jeff, watch your head. All right, box on.
Or was it an accidental headbutt? We'll see it in the slow motion at the end of the round.
Oh, Fenech with a left hand. Goes to the body with a right. Oh, a right cross to the head by Fenech. Another right to the head by Fenech.
I think Fenech's got him.
Yeah, Fenech's got him for sure, Joe. There's no risk about that. It's a matter of time. Zaragoza might last it, but he's only hanging on by the skin of his teeth.
He's still throwing those big punches, Zaragoza. He's determined to prove himself here.
Oh, Fenech with the left hand to Zaragoza's head. 25 seconds to go in round 9, and Daniel Zaragoza has taken tremendous punishment in this round.
I think Zaragoza has absolutely punched himself out, and he's just throwing punches from instinct.
Oh, look at Fenech go. He's almost defenceless now, Zaragoza. Paul Moore having a close look, the referee from Sydney. Oh, Fenech's just using him as a punching bag at the moment, Joe.
That's it.
And there's the bell for the end of round 9. So we'll go into the 10th round. But that was no contest in the 9th
No
round.
contest. I'm surprised the referee let it go on, because that was quite unnecessary. And there's Zaragoza looking very sorry for himself, and I'm not surprised, because Fenech has really done a good job on him. The poor man is lost. I don't think he knows where he is. His people are trying to talk to him, and he's took some severe punishment from Fenech.
His trainer there with the man with the moustache is Ignacio Beristain. But it's a lost cause now.
I think so, definitely, because it has been a tremendous fight up till now, and Fenech has skated every round. Admittedly, at times, of course, Zaragoza threw some very big punches, which sort of registered with Fenech, and he realized that he's not in there with just anybody.
Fenech can't afford to relax, however.
Jeff looks relaxed, he's composed, and I'm sure Johnny Lewis is telling him, look, this is the last round, watch yourself at all times, but keep the pressure on.
Here we go for the 10th and final round of this Super Bantam contest, the 122 pounds weight limit between Jeff Fenech, the IBF World Bantamweight Champion, and the former WCBC Bantamweight Champion, Daniel Zaragoza of Mexico.
We're trying to force a small smile out at the end, at the shaking of the hands.
Fenech a mile in front, in Joe Bugner's opinion, and in mine. Fenech boxing with the white shorts, with the wide red band round the waist.
Jeff is being very smart here. He's picking himself. He's not going to get himself injured in any
He
sense.
gets him into the blue
Get your
corner,
elbows, don't
Joe.
hold. Come on.
But
Fight away,
Zaragoza
come on.
hangs on this time to avoid punishment.
I think Daniel Zaragoza will try to last the end of the round now. I don't think he'll be... but then you can never tell with these fighters. You know, they come and fight.
Oh, he scored with a nice right to the head, but Fenech scores with a left and a right and another left. And another right from Fenech. Again, he's got Zaragoza in trouble. And another brilliant, electrifying right from Fenech. Gee, look at the speed of that right hand as it landed on the side of the jaw. Fenech with another right and left, but they went over the top. If he connects with a solid punch here, he could have Zaragoza down, although you must admire the courage of the Mexican.
And he's still got some spring left in those legs, so he's got something left there.
But he's nowhere near as strong as Fenech at the moment. Fenech scoring with the left and the right.
Jeff Fenech is just too awesome for him.
Come on, get your arms loose. Come on.
Yeah, he looks like he could go a lot more than 10 rounds, Fenech, too. Zaragoza's the man on the ropes.
He reminds me of a very small Joe Frazier, that Jeff Fenech. He keeps the pressure on from round one.
He can find the target. Did you see that left hand? Oh, he missed with the right, but Zaragoza sort of half fell under it. Zaragoza goes for the uppercut, knockout punch, and Fenech goes for the left-right combination, trying to put Zaragoza down. Look at Fenech finish on.
Hey, righty, come on.
Yes, that was a bit naughty with Jeff. That was
I know it. All right, I saw it. Now you two with the elbow, okay?
Yeah, a bit silly because it's the last round.
Right on the job.
That's right. But both men want to get back stuck in there.
Less than 30 seconds to go. Zaragoza looking for that miracle, but Fenech with a beautiful left.
Well, get your arms loose, come on.
Zaragoza,
Come on,
you
don't
see him
hold.
talking to Jeff, says, come on, come on. I think that must be the only English he knows. That's the last thing he should be saying to Fenech, because he will come on.
Gee, spent some time on the ropes in this fight, Zaragoza. Fenech looking to finish it off, but wasn't able to get a clear shot.
Come on, step back.
There seemed to be a bit of a graze on top of the Mexican's head. In fact, it looks like a serious cut on his forehead.
We're very close to the end of the fight.
Looks like a headbutt, but...
Fenech still trying to finish Zaragoza off in the neutral corner on the far side of the ring.
Come on, get your arms loose, come on.
And there's the bell, it's all over.
Very good fight indeed. Jeff Fenech has really done a wonderful job here. He has beaten a very courageous fighter from Mexico who has fought for the world title, lost it, but he has fought the best fighters in the world, and he's just proved himself that he's a good fighter. But Jeff Fenech has proven himself to be really, really bubbly.
And he's won this crowd over at the Entertainment Centre in Perth.
Absolutely, and this should put him right up there within the top 5 of the WBC ratings, because Zaragoza is number 6, and the way he disposed of this guy, won every round as far as I'm concerned, he should be in the top 5 of the WBC ratings.
If he can meet and beat Miguel Happy Laura of Mexico for the WBC bantamweight title, he's only then got Gabby Canizales of the USA.
Absolutely, and I think with the disposal of this Daniel Zaragoza, I think it should put him within the top 5, which would entitle him to fight for the world title against this new champion, what's his name, Laura.
Yes, and Canizales is the WBA champion, WBA, World Boxing Association champion. Well, very shortly we'll be going up to centre ring to Ray Connolly for the decision. 3 judges here tonight were John Wright and Tony Rock from Sydney and Laurie Flanders from Western Australia. And the fight was well handled by Paul Moore, former Australian welterweight champion. He certainly didn't interfere a great deal. And there's Con.
That's right.
The friend of Jeff Fenech in the ring. He travels everywhere with Con, and both of them have made a big impression in the 12 days that they've been in Perth in preparation for this fight.
Yeah, Con seems to be one of Jeff's dear friends, you know, that Jeff carries around with him, but it's nice to see that Jeff has a nice thing. And there's, of course, Johnny Lewis, so happy for his fighter, which I would be as well, and because he goes over there and congratulates Zaragoza. I think it was a great fight, and I hope, John, you enjoyed it in North Sydney. Big fan of Jeff Fenech's.
How much improvement in Fenech?
Oh, tremendous. I mean, he was hit with some tremendous punches, and he kept cool, and he kept coming back, except in the last round, he lost his cool a bit.
And now we go to our ring announcer, Ray Connolly.
Tony Rock, Jeff Fenech, 100 points. Daniel Zaragoza, 87 points. Laurie Flanders. Jeff Fenech, 100 points. Daniel Zaragoza, 91 points. John Wright. Jeff Fenech, 99 points. Daniel Zaragoza, 89 points. The winner by unanimous decision. Retaining his unbeaten record after 13 bouts, Jeff Fenech.
And now they go to John Bell in the ring, and he will talk with Jeff Fenech.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff places his opponent's hand in tribute. Very few of us would have seen a great display of courage as that, emanating this evening from Daniel Zaragoza.
Red Jeff, mate. Red Jeff. Jeff Fenech, congratulations. A fantastic victory. What would you like to say to the people of Australia right now?
Well, I just, first of all, more than everything, I'd like to thank my trainer and Daniel Zaragoza for a great fight. And my promoter, Bill Morty, who brought me here and took a gamble, and believe it or not again, I don't even think Bill broke even, and God love him, because all he's trying to do is show me the whole of Australia and give everybody a chance of watching me live. I love him for that, but I'd like to thank my parents for coming here, and all my supporters, and especially back home, one special supporter who's, I'm sure, watching me at the moment, and all the people in Sydney. I hope they watch my fight and were proud of me, because I did the best I could, and I think that's all I can do, win, and I've done that today. So thank you very much, everybody here in Perth and all in Australia.
Jeff, they were watching you all around Australia tonight. You predicted a very tough fight from this Mexican, and he really gave it to you, didn't he?
Yes, I never go in the fight too confident. If I wasn't 100% fit, you would have seen today that I could have been on the receiving end of plenty of punishment, but because I've got the best trainer in the world and he gets me 100% fit for every fight, mentally right, I pulled through again today, and I can only thank him, and I don't know how much I can thank him. I just owe him everything in this world. Thanks very much, John.
Congratulations once again, Jeff Fenech.